I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up.
Oh, don't worry! We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while.
In that case, I'll go order for us first.
Ooh, everything looks so good!
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right?
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss?
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means—
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be—
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking!
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is— To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required, and it's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended.
I see. So, your primary objective, which I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for—
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough.
Well, would you consider some more,
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after— I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order—
Could you suggest something a little more practical?
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed, then wake her up and I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can find—
That might work, but that's not really—
Valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking about leveraging a— all right, no more joking around. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusation?
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know—
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was this your drink? Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Is that so? Huh. Well, if we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat now. Oh, so full. Paimon Mom can barely float anymore. Nah, that would be so... not...
Okay. As for expenses this month...
Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again.
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you.
See ya! People around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Irenaeus might have been the last one.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? That's kind of...
Vache? Vache?
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be some... Huh? Hang on. Hey, Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache, are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you... Wait, my memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land? Yes, that is what I was once. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue. I also remember going to many places. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew, but now, we can no longer go back. No! Our reunion no longer... The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters. If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Indeed. Is that what you call it? It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless... I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless... I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my...
Look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? Quick, now's our chance! I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clarand. But before I do so,
I followed you. It seemed to me that
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called...
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not...
Do not speak of my...
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clarand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary
Sorry, I did not consider your...
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that
I doubt I know much more than you. But I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is... Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their...
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control...
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones you... I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have...
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating, no matter what. We will bring the truth... Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clarand. But...
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall...
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've got.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clarand was being sincere with you.
I know, I just... She's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clarand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back. As such, we're still partners.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula.
All right, you two.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow?
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said, that the Fanta tasted kinda salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty?
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no... That's when I figured out that you might be in danger, and her...
But why would they go after us, too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial?
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice come... Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too! But it was real faint. Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who...
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that... Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partnered. And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easy.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
This is your base?
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances...
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizen...
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you...
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge.
Your father... He was the previous boss.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And my father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a...
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something... But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel. 3 years later, how could he protect his honor? If he's dead, the closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case.
So that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that...
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in. But, however, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he... If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, and...
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to... Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained...
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they...
But how could... never mind. If...
There is one other thing.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as they... Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just...
Miss Clarand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but there was only ever one choice. She could...
It's not that I don't understand her at all.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel.
Afterward, Miss Clarand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensured them. Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed... All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like thanks. You two should go and rest. This was...
Yeah. Paimon's...
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure...
Paimon slept, huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have...
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical...
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking forever.
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to... I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vacher...
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find... Oh, and that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Ocean that you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that... In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we?
Hmm?
Aren't you coming along, Navia?
No, it's nothing.